Who are you? He's so freaking cute. So today I'm going to do a mask, and while I'm like letting all the goodness soak in, I'm gonna talk about my favorite Biologique Recherche serums and then my not so favorite serums. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna give you guys a review of all of the ones that I've tried. If you guys are new here, my name is Hannah and I try to upload 2 times a week, sometimes 3 if I'm feeling saucy, and I like to talk about makeup, skincare, and luxury items. So if that's your jam and you think I'm cool, subscribe. Let's get into it. So my face is clean, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my toner first. This is the Lotion P50 Pigment 400. Y'all, my skin is going through it right now. Like I said, I recently, sort of within the last month, got back on adapalene, only like 3 times a week, and on those nights of the week I do not touch acid, but my skin is like really purging, and that's normal, it's to be expected. But I just feel like because of all that and stress from work and just what's going on in the world right now, my skin is just going through it. So I thought to myself, I'm gonna make this video I've been needing to make, and I'm gonna do a mask. So I'm sufficiently P50'd. P50 Pigment 400 doesn't really make my skin as red as the original formula or the 1970 formulas, which really get my skin red. But I'm gonna do a full review on this. Comment if you really want to see this as a review, but I have a couple of new products that I wanted to talk about. But anyway, this is what I'm using today because the pigment is real. And because my skin's going through it, I'm gonna do my favorite combo of Vivant and VIP O2. I'm gonna mix those two together on my Beauty Blender Surface Simple. If I could get an award for buying things I don't need, this would take the cake. I never use this. I'm using it because it's convenient for me not being in my bathroom. I am gonna use it on that. This would be good for you if you're a makeup artist and you're mixing foundations for different skin tones, and you're like needing something like a palette, like at a backstage at a fashion show or something. But normal people, I don't really think they need these. But anyway, I'm gonna use it today and get some of my money's worth. Because I'm breaking out, I'm gonna do a little bit more Vivant than VIP O2. Y'all, I'm getting down to the wire on these. You all know these are my favorite. So all that Vivant farted out. Now here is some of the VIP O2. I'm gonna use this little Philosophy mask brush. It's got a scoop on one end and a brush on the other. It's a little wet, just so like things don't like stick. And I'm going to Rembrandt this until I find the desired consistency. I'm gonna rub it on my face. Okay, I am sufficiently masked. While I let the VIP O2 and Vivant mixture like soak in, I go in with a little bit of the VIP O2 on its own, like a little bit for my eyes, because this is eye safe. Oh, that's just not working the way I want it to, huh? This is just so hydrating and brightening and oxygenating that I love using this around my eyes. It just makes me feel, just makes my skin feel like it's like really bright and refreshed around my eyes, you know what I'm saying? So now that I look insane, let's start talking about serums. So I want to start with my favorite. This is Biologique Recherche Oligoproteins Marines. I've talked about this maybe 2 or 3 times, but this is like the #1 requested serum for me to talk about like more in depth. So I thought that I would do that today. This is said to be an energizing and revitalizing serum for the face. This is so good, and this is one of those serums that as soon as I started using it, I knew that it was doing something to my face. And I can't say that for all of Biologique Recherche's serums. This brand tends to be a little bit more on the gentle side, which is perfect, which is why I like it. But that does mean that sometimes results take a little bit longer for the serums, but not with this one. I felt like I saw results with this like within 3 days. So the second ingredient in this is Laminaria digitata extract, which is tangleweed. If you Google it, the like street name for it is tangleweed. It's for dry skin types. It's for like revitalization, which is like literally what this says. It helps plump the skin, it helps moisturize, and it helps keep it really bright. It's even really good for anti-aging. And it's also anti-inflammatory, which I think is why they say you can use this around your eyes. I do use this around my eyes. I'll put a couple of drops on my hands, rub them together, and just press it all over. And I feel like this has done more for my under eyes than eye cream has, because I don't really have a lot of wrinkles around my eyes, but they do get a little dark. So whenever I feel like my eyes are looking really dark, I make sure to use this. But for my skin, it has just made my skin look so much brighter. I really like this serum. The other ingredient in this serum that I really like is malachite extract, which is it's an antioxidant, helps fight your free radicals. And while I was researching malachite, Harper's Bazaar came through again. I will link the article below in the description box. But apparently, malachite is a very anti-aging rich mineral. And Harper's Bazaar even says that it's the Botox of the crystal, like within crystals or something. I wouldn't go that far, but it is supposed to be firming and a little bit more anti-aging. But overall, those ingredients, this is a brightening serum that is very heavy on the antioxidants. And like I said in a previous video, I've completely replaced my vitamin C with this product. I'm not saying this is gonna do the same for your skin as vitamin C, but for me, it's so irritating. I would rather go in with something a little bit more gentle. But like I said, even though this is really gentle, I saw results with this very quickly, more so than I saw with like the top-notch vitamin C serums that everyone's obsessed with. So I will always continue to purchase this serum. It's one of my favorites, and I love it. My second favorite serum is going to be Complex Iribiol. This is going to be what they prescribe or suggest to you whenever you're suffering from acne or blackheads. This is a salicylic acid and zinc rich serum. I like this because it's very gentle. In the past, I used the Is Clinical serum. I'll put it up above, but I wanted to try this from the brand to kind of compare. This one is definitely more gentle, which is good because I'm using it with so many other active ingredients. I think that's the smarter route to go. You don't need to be super strong with every single step of your skincare, but I reach for this when I'm having active acne. I think I've seen that Biologique Recherche suggests to use this as a spot treatment and not necessarily all over your face, which is what I do. I do not touch my forehead with this. I usually just focus it on my cheek and chin area, which is where I usually have my active breakouts. The second to last ingredient in this is Papaver Rose petal extract, and I didn't know what that was, so I googled it, and it's poppy. It has poppy extract in it, which is just anti-aging. I don't really think it might do some for acne, but the research that I did on it is that it's more about, it's good for like lipogenesis, which is like the fat in your skin. I think it's just like firming. And the last ingredient in this serum is Iris florentina root extract, which is iris, and that's also anti-aging, and it said it can help your skin's hydration. So overall, this is gonna help fight acne, but also hydrate your skin a little bit, which again, I do think that's true because this is really gentle. This is really good for even sensitive skin types. Just use sparingly. The first active ingredient on this that I like is gonna be the zinc PCA, which is like a sebum regulating ingredient. It's also a little hydrating, but it just helps your skin not to produce too much oils. And then of course it has salicylic acid in it, which is a BHA we all know and love, really good at exfoliating the pore, keeping your acne at bay. What I feel about this is that it's better for treating acne versus preventing it. I feel like my time of the month is whenever I break out the most, and I can kind of prep my skin in the coming days up to that with Vivant, and I do feel like that helps a little bit, but I've tried to like see if this will help prevent it, and I don't really feel that way about this because it is so gentle, but I do like reaching for it when I have active acne. I do think it helps kind of like not make the like pustules, ew, that's so gross. I think it helps the zits not become like whiteheads and pustules that I'll like pick and squeeze at, which I try really hard not to do. But I do like this for active acne, and I think this is probably my third bottle of it. I would purchase this again as well. Up next is another cult favorite BR product. This is Serum Placenta. This is a crazy product. So it used to be made with animal placenta, that's what I was told, but recently they are reformulating a lot of their products to not have animal derived ingredients in them, so I heard that it's going to be synthetic moving forward. I think they've already done it. I'm not sure. I think so, because this is the most recent placenta that I bought maybe 2 months ago, and it smells horrible. It smells worse than the other ones did, and they didn't smell great either, but this one smells like feet. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. The second ingredient in this is hydrolyzed placental proteins. It doesn't say if it's human or not, but I'm willing to bet it's plant now, or just a synthetically derived placenta. This is marketed as a repairing serum, and that is exactly what this is. This is so good for the morning after my retinols, or anytime I'm breaking out and I need to heal the breakouts. My acne 100% heals faster whenever I use placenta. It just does something. From the research that I've done on the benefits of placenta for your skin, there are still places that offer the placenta facial, and the most popular way of getting real animal placenta is from sheep's. But the benefits from that is basically just healing and anti-aging. It is mentioned in a couple of articles that I read that it is really good for acne-prone skin, and it just helps reverse damage. It mentioned like damage from acne, damage from overexfoliation, and it also was said to help promote collagen, which you need even as an anti-aging ingredient. I know that placenta is recommended to many different types of skin, even not just acne-prone, but I will say that I really do think this is a very good product. I even love the creme placenta. I feel that these really are very healing products, and I would definitely purchase placenta again. I tend to buy this in the little bottle because I do use it very sparingly, but as you can see, I'm getting down to it. And I'm gonna show you here, see how it's a little cloudy? It never did that before, so I really do think this is the reformulation. Just beware that it stinks like feet. I would buy this again. Up next is Serum TEWL, or TOOL, or trans epidermal water loss. I did not understand how much I would love this until I bought it, because I am acne prone and oily. Why would I need an oil? I was wrong. I was wrong. This is so good. When I want to extra treat myself and do a face massage and, like, you know, do the thing where you cup and whatever, I don't know, I'm not an esthetician. I try to be good to my skin. But when I do that, I use Tool. And I also sometimes will put a couple of drops in this in my masks if I feel like a little dehydrated. This is just a super, super rich face oil that is, it says it's a lipid shield for the face. So this is super anti-aging. This has so many different oils in it. This is a longer ingredient list than the other serums that I regularly use. But the first oil in here is sesame seed oil, which is really rich in vitamin E. Vitamin E is like, it's just a great ingredient for your skin. It just protects your skin cells, helps prevent damage. It just helps keep the skin really plump and hydrated. And sesame seed oil is also really anti-inflammatory. I think that's a big reason why you can use this for acneic skin, is that it helps kind of calm it down if you're breaking out. The second ingredient in this is apricot oil, which is another vitamin E rich oil. Just helps your skin retain its moisturizer, keep it plump, keep it fresh. There's a ton of different oils in here. There's even a little bit of bitter orange flower, which could be a little irritating. This does have a slight scent to it, but it has not hurt me. I didn't know that it had a little bit of a scent before I bought it, and I don't know if that would have prevented me or not, because I do ride or die for this brand so hard. But it doesn't bother me. If you have extremely sensitive skin and you're really worried about that, I maybe beware, but it has not affected me yet. Basically, it's just a very vitamin E rich oil that is great for hydration. I think it's even anti-aging, gonna help your skin kind of retain its bounce since it's so lipid rich, and it's also not gonna make you break out. So this is such a good product. I think this is my second oil. I was gonna purchase the large size of this, but the spa that I went to was out of stock, so I had to grab the little baby. So let's talk about a serum that I don't really love that I've tried before. I no longer have it with me, but Serum Pigment 400. I picked that up a couple of months ago and I tried the whole thing, and I really just wasn't that impressed. Not as impressed as I am with the Creme Pigment 400. Again, it's also not my most favorite product from the brand, but a lot of people really do love it. It's just not my favorite. Like, it was hydrating. It just didn't affect the pigment in my skin as much as the Oligoproteins Marine Serum does for me. And whenever I looked at the ingredients and broke everything down, the majority of the ingredients are just really hydrating. It does have a little bit of wasabi in it, which is an antioxidant. It is a little bit of like a protective serum, I would say, not like the finishing serums like the Serum VIP02, which I've tried before. But the Pigment 400, it does have a lot of skin brightening ingredients in it. It even has oligopeptides in it as well. I'm looking down at my notes, sorry. It's just got a lot of extracts that are all for skin brightening. I just personally didn't fall in love with it like I thought I would. I would maybe give it another chance later on down the line, but I'm more interested in trying other serums that I think I would like more than repurchasing it anytime soon. But I do know that there's a lot of people online that really love it. The reviews are usually pretty good on like Rescue Spa and everything. So take what I say with a grain of salt, but I would just much rather try the Oligoproteins Marines. So let's talk about another serum that I just don't really think was worth my money, Serum Dermopore. This is described as a signature pore tightening serum for removing impurities and to shrink the appearance of pores while also mattifying and smoothing the texture of the skin. I think Iribiol was better for my pores than this was. Also, this might be for people that don't have clogged pores already. I feel like for a serum like this to work, you need to have cleared out pores. There's really no point in putting a pore tightening product when your pores are full of sebum, if you know what I mean. It does have a little bit of phytic acid in it, which is okay. It's really just like an acid that fights free radicals. It's a healthy antioxidant. It's not really an acid that exfoliates a ton. It's very like anti-calcium, which is bad for your skin sometimes. It also has, please forgive me while I try to say this, orthosiphon staminaeus extract, which is Java tea or cat's whiskers. It just helps reduce oil in your skin. It's just helped keep your skin matte and reduce pore size. That is such a debatable topic, is whether or not things can reduce your pore size. The pore is not a muscle. Everyone knows this. Everyone says this. You can clear a pore out and exfoliate and make the skin look very smooth because there isn't a lot of crap in your pores, but you can't like actually shrink it, you know what I mean? So I feel like when something says this shrinks your pores, I don't believe that. I take that with a grain of salt, and I'm just aware of the other ingredients in the product and whether or not they're gonna make my skin look, you know, smooth. Aside from those ingredients, I don't really think it has anything that special in it. It's really just like a mattifying serum, so I would not buy that again. I would rather continue to purchase the Iribiol serum. Another on my list is the Fluid VIP02. I've actually had that before. I just haven't repurchased it because it is a little bit more pricey. Like, is real pricey for a little bit of it. The full size of it's very pricey, which I understand the whole line is, but I'm trying to like narrow everything down to like what I absolutely need. And the Fluid VIP02 is like, it's so beautiful and it makes your skin look so hydrated and glowy and bouncy, but I don't think it's life-changing, but it is really good. If you have the money for it, 100% get it. It's really pretty. I wore that on my wedding day under my makeup to just make everything look like really bright. It's a little tacky, so it actually helps like my makeup stay on a little bit longer when I do have it. But I do want to buy that again sometime soon to use as a finishing serum. It has like silk in it and it's oxygenating and it's just really brightening and like smoothing. That is such a pretty serum. It's just so pricey. Okay, you guys, that is all I have to say about the serums. Clearly, I washed my face off. Oop, missed a spot. Because I already used P50 before, I'm going to go in with the low oxygenate spray face mist. This is one of those products that I was not convinced on until I bought it and experienced it. They didn't have the full-size bottle whenever I went to buy this, so I got the little travel size, but it is so nice. Again, leave me a comment if you want me to leave a review on this. And after that, I'm gonna use, ooh, that was too much. I'm gonna use the TEWL serum as my moisturizer tonight. Whenever I use this at night, I usually don't moisturize because It is an oil which would typically go on top of my moisturizer, but this is so hydrating for my oily skin. I don't really need that much more. This was fun. I hope everything was helpful for you guys. I did try to include some things you guys have messaged me about on my Instagram. Follow me if you haven't already. So if there was a product that you're interested in buying and you want to know more about it, let me know in the comments and I'll buy it if I can and review it for you. Look at that healthy glow. All right, you guys, thanks so much for sticking around and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I ain't got that YouTube money. I use my iPhone to make these videos.